which turns out to be about 7.4 hours you save. So here's why I hate not having 3D Touch on my daily driver on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. So here in front of me on the right is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, like I said, and here is the iPhone 10, which is one of the last iPhones to support the 3D Touch. And for the two people who don't know what 3D Touch is, the 3D Touch actually means that the phone has a pressure sensitive layer in the display, so the phone actually realizes and can distinguish when you press firmly and when you just tap on a screen, so it feels how much pressure you put into the click, so it can do different stuff and trigger different action based on the pressure you apply. So this is pretty much the main function of the 3D Touch. It has been reintroduced with the release of the iPhone 6s. Back then it was a huge boom and people were excited about it. It was a great feature and I really like it. Throughout a couple of iOS updates it got changed and modified, new features were added and stuff. But what is important is that with the release of the iPhone XR, Apple tested that if we are able to use our iPhones without the 3D Touch, so they did not include it. And now the latest models like the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and also 11 Pro Max do not have 3D Touch, and I'm gonna show it to you right now why I think that it sucks. So when the iOS 13 was released, Apple tried to do all they could to make you feel that you don't really need a 3D Touch, and they tried to make the user experience of a phone which has the 3D Touch the same as the one which does not have it, in order to not make you feel that if you buy a brand new iPhone, you're not gonna have the things that are already part of the older iPhones. So they tried to do all the things they could. So technically you can access all of the functions and all of the 3D Touch toggles even on the iPhone which does not support it. And on the one which has 3D Touch, you can just use long press and do not apply any kind of force, and it will still trigger the 3D Touch actions. Okay, now let's finally get into the comparison, and I'm gonna show it to you that even though you can do the same things even without 3D Touch, you can do them a lot faster with the 3D Touch, even running iOS 13. So for example, let's access the toggles or the 3D Touch toggles of icons on the home screen. So did you see the difference? And I applied the same amount of pressure on the same thing, because on the iPhone 11 Pro Max there is no 3D Touch, there is no pressure sensitivity. The iPhone actually waits just to make sure that I really want to access it. So the 3D Touch has been replaced with a long press, and as the name says, long is really long, and it's just super slow. Like on the iPhone 10 or the iPhone that supports it, you just press it, it's immediate, you have it right there, and like boom. Boom! I of course know that 3D Touch is not a feature that you think that is really important, but if you do a lot of these things, then it's gonna really save you a lot of time. I'm sorry to interrupt the video like this, but if you are enjoying it so far, I'd be really glad if you clicked on the like button and also subscribe for more videos like these in the future so you just won't miss them. Now let's continue with this one. Let me for example show you like a typical scenario when you're trying to access or to reply some sort of messages or a 3D Touch on notifications. So if you do it like this, you can see how much slower it was. I mean, I'm not sure how much I actually saved, how much time, but I'm pretty sure it's going to add up. I don't know, you may not feel it that way, but the 3D Touch has the hardware to do it, and the iPhone 11 does not have the hardware, so all of the tasks like this one are gonna be tremendously slower when you're doing them on a daily basis. And if this could save you like 2 or 1 second, if you just click on the notification 100 times a day, which isn't anything unusual, then you're gonna save about 1.5 minutes. I mean, that's a lot if you ask me. I know you may have a different opinion on this topic, and if you do, just please leave it down below in the comments. I'm really keen to read what you guys think about the videos I put out and the topics I discuss. Okay, so based on the data that I found online, a usual person, like an average person, receives about 46 notifications per day, and if you interact with them, if you just love to double or 3D touch on them, then you're gonna save a lot of time. And an average person usually gets 94 text messages. I know that you usually open up the app instead, and you don't always interact with the notification using the 3D touch gestures, but if you do, then you can of course access them right from the home screen or lock screen, so that already saves you time. And if you want to save even more, you're gonna save the time on the phone that supports the 3D touch. Now let me do a quick math. You can see the average difference between the loading times of 3D touch toggles was about 0.73 seconds. It's not how long it took on the iPhone 11 to open up the 3D touch toggles, it's the difference between the 3D touch and non-3D touch iPhone. So when it was already loaded on the faster one, how long it actually took for the second one to even open it, while both of them starting at the same time. This is the pure time that we lose. So like I said, about 46 notifications on average we get a day. You don't have to interact with all of them, but there are also 3D touch toggles and also about 100 messages that people receive a day. So let's say you use the 3D touch about 100 times a day, which isn't that much actually. So you multiply by 100, this is 73 seconds that you save in one day. And let's say that you do it every single day throughout the year, this is about 26,000 seconds, which is about 440 minutes, which turns out to be about 7.4 hours you save with the faster iPhone in 1 year. And it sounds kind of weird that only with this couple of seconds difference, it's a fraction of a second, but if you would use the 3D touch gestures a lot and in average like this, it may be less, it may be more, but if you do, you can save some tremendous amount of time in just 1 year. I mean, of course, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, of course, nobody really thinks about the difference in hours that much. Of course, we want to be flexible with our phones, but I'm just trying to give you a point that it really is slower and really makes me mad because it isn't part of my daily driver, which is iPhone 11 Pro Max. Okay, so now I guess that this is the end of this video. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, hit the like button to let me know that you enjoyed it, and for more content like this, make sure you also click on the subscribe button so you don't miss future content. See you guys later in the next video. It's been Apple Fox, and see you guys later.